Hi guys, hi family, you're welcome to the channel guys, and if you're new here, I'm Favor Napoleon and you're welcome here guys. On today's video I'm going to be talking about something that happens in short in an individual's life. It even happens to me and it happens to you also. So guys, I'm going to be sharing that with you. That's something that we can learn from these whole scenarios. I'm going to be using different scenarios, different people, countries, guys, human being as an instance to be able to pass my point out there, and I hope you guys will get it. So guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the things that we see as norm in our oh my god, the things that we see as norm in our society, even in an individual life, guys. There are some things that we just accept that, oh, my grandmother lived it, my great grandfather lived it, my brother lived like this, my sister lived like this, so therefore me, I gonna live that like this. Maybe probably you might even try some things, to try to change it. It might even be hereditary. It might even be something that's, it's not even a good thing, guys. It might even be an habit, but the fact that others have lived it and you are now, others have lived it and you say, they lived it, they survived it, and guys, you just accept it. There are some things that we should not accept in our life, because there are some things that we should not see as a norm, as in this thing is normal because other people lived it. I'm going to use Ghana for example and Nigeria as an instance. In Nigeria, we still have issue when it comes to power, when it comes to light. We don't have 24 hours light, but there are other countries who have 24 hours light. Just because we've tried over the years, because of the government, because of the people, people who have been in power over the years have not been able to make that change. We just accept it. We just take it. At least we have gen to power our house. We have gen, we have inverter, we have all these things, to power our lights. Because of that, we take it as a norm. Meanwhile, other countries, there are countries that can't even stay 30 minutes without no light. In short, the lights can even stay for 1 year. It won't even go off. Why? Those people has made that their norm. But because we as Nigerians, we don't try, we have done different things, and guys, we decide to accept it and say, it is like this now. At least our forefathers did not even have generator, our forefathers did not even have inverter to even power their power supply, their light or their what. We even have gen, we even have inverter, we even have different means we can even power our light is better, but that doesn't make it right. There are some things even in our individual life, there are some things there are some situations that we shouldn't accept. It might even be an habit that you have seen other people, you see that your parents, your friends, or people have exhibited, habits in your family, and when it comes to you see it might not even be an habit. It might even be health issues. It might even be a lot of things. Because other people have accepted it doesn't mean you too should accept it. In Ghana had the same issue that we had in Nigeria. Ghana had the same power issue, they had the same light issue, but somebody came out and made a change in their society. Somebody made that decision that no, this gonna stop, and it stopped. So even in our individual life, in Ghana now, when you go, Ghanaians cannot boast that, oh, we have light, but Nigeria, they don't. Guys, these are things that people should stand up. Even in your life, there are some things that you should not accept. There are some changes you want to make, even if you keep failing at it, even if you keep putting more efforts and you are not getting that result. Don't accept it as a no. It might be disadvantage. Even if you get a disadvantage result a million times, just keep pulling it out, because there are some certain situations in our lives that we have accepted, some certain things in our life that we are saying, this is normal because other people lived it, other people accepted it, or other people just couldn't overcome it and it became a norm to them. As an individual, as a person, do not accept it. There are people who have made tremendous change all over the world because they said no to a war that other people created. They said no to They said no, to standard and rules that other people created, and they were able to make a change. In your life, you might just have some certain things, you are struggling with, some certain things that you are pulling yourself about. Oh, my mother went through this and she could not do it. My father went through this and he could not overcome it. Hello, family. You can make a change. You can make a difference. You can believe in yourself, because there are things that we accept in our life as a norm, things that we accept that this is a normal thing that ought not to be so. There are even habits, attitude. There are some things that you just see that your parents did over the years, and it just have a rub off on you. Do you understand? It might just be as simple as maybe you just bite your tongue because your parents, your mom, your dad just do the same thing, and you just find out that you are always biting your tongue. I just see it as a normal thing. Oh, everybody in my family got it. Oh, me too. No, there are some things you should not accept. I've seen family where all the families they have issues, when it comes to sugar. They always have diabetes issues, and people will just say, oh, it's in our gene. What made it to be in their gym? Were they watching what they were taking? Were they, when it gets to you, you make a difference. When it gets to you, you don't accept it. It might be in your health. It might be even in your career. Maybe probably at a certain age, people in your home or your family just experience some kind of things. You don't take it as a norm. You don't take it as, I just use Ghana and Nigeria as an example. In Nigeria now, we are still struggling with light. We are still struggling with power. We are still blaming government leaders. Why? Because someone have not stood up, to say this cannot be normal. Somebody has not come to make that effect that this cannot be normal. This cannot just be something that we should accept. We have to make a difference. Somebody who can stake his or her life on it. But Ghana was able to make that decision. Someone stood up in Ghana, and today Ghana have 24 hours power supply. They have 24 hours lights. So guys, in life, there are some things you shouldn't accept. There are some things that are not good for you that you shouldn't accept. Try your best to make a difference in your time. Try your best. It might even be in your relationship. It might even be in your marriage. Maybe probably you are entering different relationship and you are having the same attitude, coming up all over and all over again. You can make a difference. You can change it. Some people just lie in the failures of others. They'll say, my own cousin, went through this. My own brother went through this. My own sister did this. My own grandfather. I heard that my great grandmother, had the same issue. And they just decided to hide under the shadow of those people who came before them, of those people who have not been able to come to overcome it. Why don't you look at the people who had that same issue and was not able to why don't you look at the people who had that same issue and was able to overcome it? And even if you had people in your family and nobody has ever overcome such circumstances or such problem before, why don't you be the first person, to be able to make that difference, to be able to make that change that other people will look up to, that other people will look forward to, guys. I just use Ghana and Nigeria as an example. There are things that are normal to us, just like even in countries. I gave an instance. When I was doing some videos I did talking about Ghana or countries. I was talking about different countries. In some country now, you might do somebody like this, and the person will feel, oh, this is an I5. But in other country, doing like this in Nigeria is like an insult. You are telling somebody waka. Waka means insults, guys. There are something that are maybe normal to me, and in another place, in another environment, is abnormal. There's a way people greet in other countries. I cannot see somebody now in Italy where I live and start kneeling down or bending down to greet the person, or go to Ghana now and start, just like the instance I gave in Ghana, that anybody can greet, the elder person or the younger person can greet. In Nigeria, it doesn't work like that. Only the younger, if you are younger to someone, you have to greet first, then the person will not answer you. So, but what am I saying in essence? There are some things that are normal in some places that are not normal in other places, and there are some things that might be normal to someone else's, in their life, that should not be normal to you. There are people who have seen their dad was a smoker, their great grandfather was a smoker, you know, they died as people who smoke, as in they are addicted to it. Now is your turn. Will you not accept it and say, my dad too was into this thing. My dad too had this habit of smoking, you know, had this habit of taking these things. I mean myself, there's no different. No, there are some things that shouldn't be normal to you. There are some things that are decisions that we just have to make in our life, because we know it's going to be healthy for us, and we're going to be a fair of reference to other people, to the next generation, or people who are looking up to us, probably our younger ones, people, you know, social media, what, everywhere. You know, we just have to make a difference. And in life, all to make that difference depends on you as an individual. There are things that you shouldn't accept as a norm. There are things that you should not see that, oh, this thing is normal, it is a normal thing, it's a free world. No, there are some things that, you know, they are detriment to your health. There are some things that will not even bring glory to God, you know, that will not even bring glory to you, to your person, you know, that will not even bring honor to you, that will not even be something that you can be proud of or boast of. You know, those kind of things are not normal. We now as Nigerians, we can't boast that we have 24 hours light. It's not something that we are proud of, but we just need people who are going to stand up for it, and we will definitely make that change. You know, Ghana was able to do it, Nigeria too can do it. So guys, and you yourself can do it in your life. Guys, I'm sounding like a preacher right now. So you too can make that difference in your life, that there are some things that you shouldn't accept, there are some failures you shouldn't accept, there are some things you shouldn't be proud about and say they are normal, when you can actually make a difference and do something about it. So guys, that brings me to the end of this episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you were inspired to make that change. You know, that thing that you just see that this thing a normal thing. Hope you were encouraged to want to do something about it. Guys, Ghana did something about their power supply. Nigeria have not done it, but we are working towards it. So there are some things that are accepted somewhere in another country that are not accepted, and there are some things you should not also accept in your life. So guys, I've come to the end of the episode. This is the second time I'm saying it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, this is the right time. At this point, please just click that red subscribe button, guys, and to be a part of the family. And I will definitely see you in the next video. Bye bye.